Bonjour, je suis Darren. Voici mes mains et aujourd'hui, nous allons regarder Grou le Barbare en français. Hi, everybody. Don't worry, that's about the extent of my French. I will not be subjecting you to much more of that. But yes, today we are going to be looking at the French publications of Groo. I almost called him Groo the Barbarian, Groo the Wanderer. I have the complete French collection of Groo here, 1991's Grou le Barbare from Zenda Publications, and volumes 1 and 2 of Sergio Aragonés Groo from the Gru Referto comic series that was collected into these two hardcover editions as well. But before we get to take a look at them, I want to show you how I obtained them. So let's do a little unboxing of a great envelope that friend of the channel, Loran, sent in just a week or so ago. It included Grou le Barbare A and Grou, J'avais pas vu Rufferto in it. And earlier in the year, Loran also sent Pierre Rufferto to me. So all three of these come from Loran. He wants you to see them. I want to show them to you. But first, let's open the package. All right, this is the package from viewer Loran, and it is a heavy thing. What is this, like 4 pounds something? That's pretty big. So let's open this thing and see what's inside. Right, this is heavy, thick. Look at all this stuff. Oh man, I see what's going on here. This is great, thank you. Okay, bubble wrap. Get out of here. There we go. All right. Like you and and okay. Don't look too much. Let's see. Get this open. Get this clear, and this is going to be good stuff. Thank you. All right. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I think I know what this is. Take a look at it. Grou le Barbare. This is French Groo, I think. Thank you very much. That's cool. I have never seen this. Oh man, that's good looking. Oh, and look at this. There's like Groo in the margins. Wow. That's great. Thank you. That's so cool. Now this, I recognize this. It's, okay, this is Gru Referto. And J'avais pas vu Rufferto? I know what this is. This is 1 and 2, right on. This is the French hardcover Gru Referto. The first part of it. This is great. Wow. Looks good. Wow. We got them both. That's great. Oh, that's great. Okay, what else we got here? Take a look at this. This is super. This is, oh yeah, look at that. Okay, this is German Groo der Wanderer. Yeah, Deutschmarks. Yeah, oh, right on. Look at this. Look at that. This is great. Oh, and these covers. Thanks. Oh, I know what I want to talk about with this. Look at that. The back and the front. That is so cool. Right on. Now this, I kind of recognize this ad from before because it's Groo el Vagabundo. Right on. That's good stuff. And Retro Fan. This is the Retro Fan with Sergio from 2022. I didn't buy this when it came out. Oh man, this is great. I am so glad to have that. Oh, this is going to be great to read and to share with you guys. Thank you very much. The mad world of Sergio Aragonés. Wonderful stuff. Cool. What have we got here? This is Sergio Aragonés, Gru el Errant. Okay. Is this the Spanish Groo? No. Is it? What does it say down here? Barcelona. This is neat and new. What is going on here? Okay, I'm going to have to look into this. That is cool. Oh, and it is black and white, but look at this. It looks great. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Good stuff. Thank you. This is going to be great to look at. Hey, Groo guards a bridge. Right on. Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. And then this is the Groo Nursery. Right on. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you. And, you know, it's a library from the Fraser Public Library in Fraser, Michigan. Right on. Oh, well, and you know me, I do not mind myself a library copy of a great Groo trade paperback. Nice. Covers in the back. What's going on back here? What is that? Oh, yeah, probably like an RFID. This is cool. Okay, I want to check one thing here about the thing. And yep. It's there. Okay, great. This is awesome. Thank you very much, Loran. This is good stuff. Merci, Loran, for these great books. Let's start with 1991's Groo the Wanderer. Look at this. This is a real beaut. And just so you can see, oh, actually, I think you already know this is a library copy. But yeah, here's the size of the book. And here's the back too. Here, let's read it. Inept, stupid, idiot, imbecile, barbarian, soldier. I don't know what that word means. Ahuri. Hilarious. Groo has the qualities that you might not choose. Discover the warrior, the soldier with the least sense in the universe, but maybe the most dangerous, damaging. The catastrophes. Catastrophes are his speciality, and le quid pro quo, sa signature. And something like that is his signature. Each army, friend, or enemy cannot resist him. Is he engaging in a series of combats, but doesn't understand, never understands what's going on? To serve a troop, a platoon of soldiers, something like that. What is this? And a homonym. I don't know what that is. I know what a homonym is, but I don't know what this is in French. In serving a bunch of soldiers, he makes battle and condemns to death his client victims. Okay, Groo is the humor. Groo has the humor. I don't know what that means. And concentrated stupidity. It would make sense if I just translated this with Google or something. All right. So, and I just want to point out that I flipped through a bunch of comics thinking this image on the front of the cover here is very simple, right? Kind of the old style Groo logo at the top here. Very plain background across the top. And then we've got this picture of Groo scratching his head, doesn't know what's going on, can't see the army behind him or something like that. Not as detailed and full of stuff as you might expect from a Sergio cover. So anyway, I was flipping through a whole ton of covers, wondering if this image was lifted from a comic. And I found some that were somewhat similar, like this one here, but none that was this. So I think what we have here is a new image for this particular publication, which is pretty cool. And oh my goodness, take a look at this. This is beautiful. This is great. I love this is the inside, what is this called? There's a name for these pages in here. The end papers. They are beautiful, and this is an image from one of the panels inside the comic, but it is blown up way past the original size, and I just think it looks great to see Sergio's work like this. You all know that I'm a fan of this era of Groo drawing. I like the thick line work. I love seeing, take a look at how thick the line is on his shoulder to down to his elbow, and then it thins out as it comes around here. Again, thick, thin, thin, thick, thin. I love taking a look at Sergio's line work here. It's not scratchy, but it's also not super duper smooth. Sergio, I guess, is taking a balance between needing to get this work done quickly but also wanting to get it done right, probably the first try, right? So it's, okay, he's going to draw this. It's not going to be swoosh, swoosh, and done. He's going to take his time to make sure he gets it right. And so that probably introduces a little bit of the wiggle and the jiggle into the line, but I think it just looks fantastic, especially when it's blown up to this size. This is really nice looking work. So we don't get a whole lot as far as publication information goes. We've got a little bit here that just tells us this is 1991 Zenda. Letters are done by Martin Segard. The cover colors are done by Isabelle Rabereau. Some indication that this is all Sergio stuff from 86, 87, and 91. So I presume that the drawing of the covers from 91. Tome number 1, Le Barbare. So maybe there was going to be a bunch of these, but maybe there was just this first one came out and nothing else happened. So that's kind of interesting. And what do we have at the very beginning of the comic? Well, we have this in the studio of Sergio, one-page comic that we know from the Marvel Epic series number 1. So here it is in black and white. A little bit larger in the French publication, so presumably just not reduced as much from the original. But because it is being printed in this book, as opposed to using the 4-colored process printed in a comic book, it just looks, to my eyes, just that little bit nicer. A little bit of shading done here. What's this called? Not duotone. You know that dot process that can be used in printing to give a little bit of shade to a drawing. So we see on the filing cabinets, and a little bit less so on his drawing board here. A little bit of grays, a few different values of grays to add a little bit of depth to the drawing here. And of course, relettered and translated into French. But it still starts with Hola, Seigneurs et Seigneuras, voici Groo, voici mes mains. What do we have here? We have a copy of a reproduction of Groo and the Ambassador. And that's probably why I had Groo number 22 in the pile over here, because it's Groo and the Ambassador. It looks really good. It looks to me like the exact same color plates were used. We have the credit on the back for the color for the cover, right? But nothing about the insides. And when I look at this, it looks the same to me. I don't know. You tell me if you see anything glaringly obvious. I'm as sure as I can be that this is Tom's color work used to color this book. And, you know, it's great stuff. We're not going to read every word in French because, you know, what's the point of that? Do you speak French? Some of you probably do. But we know the story and we know it in English for the most part, most of us. But I do want to look at a couple things here, like the marginals. We have Groo the Wanderer marginals. So just like Sergio was drawing for years and years and years and years and decades and decades and decades in Mad Magazine, those little comic strips that go in the margins of Mad Magazine, we've got Groo-themed marginals in this book. And this is great. I don't know that I've seen these anywhere else. They may exist somewhere else. And if you know where they're from, let me know. But this is, I think, the first time that I'm seeing them here. So let's take a look at these marginals here. We got Groo snoring up here, fishing. I'm presuming that the tide has gone down and that's why his bait isn't even in the water at that point. Here's this lovely splash page taking up even more real estate than we would see in our floppy comic here. It looks great. Groo looks awesome there. Here's another one, Groo on the cliff. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Groo and cliff gags here. Groo's ready to go into battle against this dude, but the cliff has fallen away. And this guy's actually saying, phew. I wonder if that's like French, F-I-U. That's how you say phew in French. You know, I'd rather be falling down this cliff than to be doing battle with Groo. And we got some guys pushing some boulders over the cliff onto Groo, but Groo just feels the little sand and stuff, says, oh, it's raining. Yeah, look out, buddy. You're going to get squished. Oh, look at upside down words. What does it say in the original? It says hidden message. And this says message caché or cache. It's the hidden message. That's That's some good stuff right there. The hidden message. Come on. That's attention to detail. I like that. Oh, and I just wanted to look at this too. It's pronounced Grou en français, Grou. Gru. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's keep going. See what we find as far as marginals go and maybe other hidden things. Grou. Huh? People are running away from me. Grou. Huh? Soldiers are running away from me. Oh, I wonder if this is even like a multi-panel comic here. That's cool. Huh? The animals are running away from me. Huh? The herd of ox are stampeding away from me. Oh, I love this. You know I love this. I love single light source with lots of hatching and shading. Looks so good. And the beautiful women, and Groo is running away. Huh. You know, I guess different people are scared of different things. What do we got here? Ah, we got chicken down there. Chicken dinner. Time to go, Groo. Oh, that is a good looking Groo. Let's get in close on that. That nose is awesome. That is a good drawing. Man, I like that. Good stuff. Vite. Oh, he's going to have some fish. I don't know that you're going to find some fish down there, but yeah, jumping off the cliff to get some. Footprints, 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 rock. Foot. He's hopping. Oh, poor Groo. And I think at this point, we start recycling these marginal comics of Groo. Dunk. You know what? I'm curious. Any of the sound effects changed? I bet you they're not. I bet you that says tunk in the original as well. There it is. Hey, tunk. Man, like, look at the size. Just a little bit larger, so not reduced quite as much. And the color just comes through so nicely. It's really nice. If you're in France and this is how you're seeing Groo, it's looking pretty good. Oh, look at that. Even that's rewritten in French. Envoyez l'ami great, grete rompu, ma vie menacée, Ambassador Groo. That even rhymes. Groo, you're so stupid looking. I love it. The end. Oh, yeah, but you know what? That's not the only comic in here. We got two in here. And the second comic that we get to enjoy is Pal and Drum. Now, I want to take a look at something here. And we're eventually going to get back to this in some other video. But this is the first page of the comic, right? Oh, wait. See that letter there on that mug? That's a C. Cachet message. Man alive. Good work, Zenda Publications, for putting the hidden message in here, right? Because this is supposed to be THE, the hidden message, right? It's funny, I just see that and I know it. So that's the T from hidden message. But this is what I want to talk about. The first page, we have this much comic and then this much text at the bottom, right? And so it's not included there. And that's why this page looks smaller than this page, because they don't need to put in this text, and they probably shouldn't put this text in here. And, you know, it's just not filled with anything else. And if you were to, you don't want to stretch. You don't want to stretch the image this way, and you can't really expand it and keep it on the page. So that's why there's this empty space there. All right, so let's see what we see here. Grou contre Pal et Drum. See, look at that. That's so good. So nicely done. Now this is probably a lot of work. Both the poem here and the beginning poem here. That's some work to translate into a different language. So S. So what do we have here? C. I don't remember where all the letters are. S. I bet you there's an E on this page. I bet you it's say. C-E-S-T. Where's the E? Oh yeah, E. S. Where'd that go? S and probably a T on the next page. Still the same marginals. Who knew that we would be finding the hidden message en français in French Groo today? I did not know that. Yep, T. C-E-S-T. C'est le message caché. Something like that, probably, right? Got an I. Same marginals. E. Anyway, good job. I'm not going to figure it all out because I'm probably going to spell it wrong, and I don't have that intuition that I would have with English. Man, that's a good picture of Groo. I love his teeth there. That's great. And of course, Fireside Groo and Palindrome. Ah, I love it. Looks so good. And L. E. You know, is Groo really wearing that white of a apron? Yes, he is. So yeah, the E here corresponds to the H there for hidden, probably. There's an I on this page. I can't see it right now. Do we have a letter on this page? Maybe it's easier to see because it's bigger and brighter and more colorful. I don't see it, but I do see Gru fait ce qu'il doit faire quand il fait ce qu'il faut. Où est Groo? All right. I'm having a hard time finding these hidden letters in the French Groo le Barbare. Look at that. That looks so good. And look at that A. Oh, look at that. That's funny because it's the same letter. Oh, see? And so I wonder if they did that for all of them, trying to fit the same letter, the first letter of these scrolls, like where it's kind of art, and then try to make that fit into the text. Huh, that's good stuff. Yeah, before long, bientôt. Love that bridge. Whap, sock, poing, slug. That is a big drawing of Groo. You know what? You just increase it by just like the smallest amount. He's big there, but man, he looks big there to me. Ah, this is different. Sometime later in yet another village. Un peu plus tard, un peu plus loin. So a U instead of an S here. How come I haven't seen any letters for the secret message lately? Aha, there's a secret letter. I see that one. A, C. Check out that great Groo there. And that nose. Man, yeah, look at that. Looks so good. You know, it's such good drawing. And that is it. Moral. The world is a gamble, and the only sure thing is that cheaters eventually lose. Le monde n'est qu'un jeu de hasard où rien n'est certain excepte qu'il est. Tricheur finissant toujours par perdre. Perdre. Fear. Lose. Perdre. What do I know? Oh, the end. Not fin en français. Very interesting. And seeing as we're back here, let's just find this image. I think it's actually from Ambassador Groo. Send troops. Treaty is off. My life threatened, Ambassador Groo. Coo. There it is. Yeah, so take a look. This just blown up so huge. Like, here's Groo's head. Like, what, 4, 5 times the size there? Just makes for a really nice look at Sergio's original black and white artwork. Really love this stuff. Let's see if we can go through Gru and Rufferto a little bit quicker. This is from Or Collection, Humor. Inside the end pages, is that what we decided we're calling these? This really nice blow up of Sergio's original artwork. I actually don't have all 4. I don't have any of the Gru and Rufferto floppy comics. I just have the trade paperback. And so it's interesting for me to look at this and see we're taking the Gru and Rufferto cover here, blown it up for issue, edition number 1, book number 1, Avez pas vu Rufferto? And if we look in the back here, we see, yeah, like this is a version of the cover of the first comic. So what was drawn for the trade paperback, drawn new for the trade paperback, is a variation of the first issue cover. But then for the second book, Au Pied Rufferto, of the French series, you would think that maybe another cover would be used, but you probably already recognize this cover and say, no, that's not from the Gru and Rufferto series. Here's cover 1, 2, 3, and 4. None of those match this, but the cover of book number 2 is the cover of the 4th edition of the original 4-book miniseries from Dark Horse Gru, what we sometimes call Gru the most intelligent man in the world. Very interesting. But yeah, why did they decide to use this cover, this one here? I don't know. And there's nothing to wrap around for the back, so just this black and white image kind of reversed for the back. And for what it's worth, the back of the book has this drawing on it here, so it's just the same wraparound. And you can see that the image doesn't go all the way to the edge. You actually do get a bit more image than we have on the cover here. The bleed goes over, and then the colors go even further, but it doesn't cover. So that's kind of neat just to see a little bit more of Sergio's art to the side. It's cropped on the bottom here. Yeah, and so we get the back of his foot, just a little bit more here. The title block is replaced with just a standard Groo from the era title block. And so a little bit of, like you see, this cloud here isn't this obscured by the corner of the title block here. It had to be filled in here. Kind of some stuff like that going on. So what do we have on the inside here? Nice end pages. Fun image here. Some credits here. To Dark Horse. Text by Mark Evanier. Colors Tom Luth. Design, presumably the design and layout, Sergio Aragonés, and maybe the layout, Aimé Orentz, for the Horror Collection Humor edition here in France. So just this really nice printed version, like, looks super good to me. Nothing really standing out to me as new and different. Let's do a quick comparison here. It's looking really good to me. You know, just not reduced quite as much here, so just a little bit more detail. I think the printing process is probably a little bit better on this glossy paper. You can see, like, take a look at Gru's legs here, the line on his legs here. To my eye, it's actually a bit thinner than on this printed copy, and I think that's just because of the way that the ink absorbs into the paper. So you just end up getting a little bit thicker line here, a little bit of a thinner line here. Looks good, though. Looks really good. The color's looking really nice. Might as well take a look here, Miles Away. So that would have to be not only translated, but they got rid of the drawn-in M there. Boom. That almost looks French to me. Bloom. So yeah, look at that. Translated sound effects here. Cool. Blam. That looks pretty English to me. Non-translated sound effects. Crash. That seems pretty English to me. Bientôt. Vloom. Okay, well, this is worth looking at too. Does not look like any of this has been translated because it has been drawn as opposed to not even typeset, hand-lettered, right? So that would add a layer of difficulty to it. And maybe we're just understanding that Rufferto is in an actual place, Ojai, California, where, you know, all this text and signage would be in English. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Read Usagi Yojimbo, The Mighty Magnor. Ooh, Hotel Arambula. Is that like that kingdom from the Pacific Comics? One of those very first issues? Is it the Kingdom of Arambulan or something like that? Oh, really neat. So the end of issue 1, the beginning of issue 2. Rufferto. Godzilla. Groo Ue 2. I just want to see where they're really crying out for each other. I thought it was super sweet to see it written in French. That's a great looking picture. Wow. Retrouver Groo et Rufferto dans les tomes de A pied de Rufferto. So let's take a look at A pied de Rufferto now. This is coming from a French library, Bibliothèque Municipale. Vue de Blanc, Place d'Augustin. I don't know. I wonder if this is from France. Maybe it's from Quebec or some other French-speaking place. Personne ne traverse tant que je n'ai pas mon chien. Personne. Même pas moi. It's funny in whatever language you're reading it in, right? That's not my dog. That's not him. Not him either. You're not Rufferto. Poor Groo on the bridge. I always found this story just to be so jarring, maybe, you know, just seeing Rufferto in our world, right? And in like modern war with tanks and stuff. It's supposed to not look right, and it doesn't look right to me. Crash, bam, vlan, smash, ow. What's vlan? Ah, crash, bam, gouge, smash, ow. Oh, Rufferto, ooh, too. Boom, bang, kablam, baloom, honk honk. Oh, look at that's written in French. Rufferto, je viens te chercher. Man, yeah, like guns in a Groo comic just doesn't work well, doesn't sit well with me. Not in a Groo comic, even though, you know, I understand. It's just no good. Rufferto! See, it's funny. Doesn't matter what language you're reading in. It's good stuff. Ah, look at that. Fin. So at the end of this comic, it is written fin. Very interesting. So, Gru and Referto. Vous avez pas vu Rufferto? Au pied de Rufferto? And Sergio Aragonés, Groo the Wanderer. So super cool to have these French editions of Groo the Wanderer. So happy to be able to show them off to you. Thanks again to friend of the channel, Loran, for sending these so that we could all look at them together. There's more international Groo to take a look at in this video here. Please make sure that you're subscribed and do all the other good things. And if you like your Groo and Rufferto a little bit on the Francais side, the algorithm thinks you'll like this video too. Take care, everyone.